And joining me now is Seppi Saidi. She's the president and CEO of Seppi Engineering. Welcome to North Carolina Now.
Thank you very much.
We are in the middle of the Emerging Issues Forum, a grand day to really talk about reconstructing innovation. And you have done a lot of that as a female business owner in North Carolina in one of the toughest economies that we've known. Talk a little bit about why this is such a great theme for this time.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for asking that question. This is a really important time for North Carolina because I believe that we have gained an edge. We have gained an advantage, and we want to make sure we keep that place as the best place to work, live, and play. And to be able to do that, we need to be always thinking about innovation and thinking about how we could make sure to attract the talent and to make sure that we keep these accolades that we're getting nationally to grow our economy.
When we think about North Carolina, we think about being on the cutting edge, but in fact we need to look at stepping up our game a little bit when it comes to innovation. Talk about that a little bit as a small business owner.
Well, I don't know if there's a specific magic to that. It's just a matter of being very intentional about it. That's the best way I can say it. To be thinking about collaboration more, to be thinking about finding opportunities with the research institution, to cultivating your internal talent, to see what that talent can bring to the table, and to think about new ways of doing things. So I think more and more than anything else, it's about not being complacent, not thinking that we have achieved it and we got there and everything's okay and we don't need to do anymore, but to be always thinking about change and the cost of not doing anything. And why is that important to stay abreast of the new technologies and use all of that as part of our thinking every day.
As an NC State grad, how do you incorporate North Carolina into your work culture, into who you hire, into the projects that you do?
Well, first of all, I have to say I'm so proud to be an NC State grad. I am benefiting from it every day in my office. We hire a lot of NC State grads, among other good universities that we have. But NC State plays a big role in our hiring process. We were actually at a career fair there, and my COO came back from the career fair amazed at these young talents that we were talking to. So NC State plays a big role. We actually do work for NC State as part of our civil engineering site design. We do some projects there. Higher ed is a client in my company. So that plays a big role for us as we move forward, and the talent recruitment and talent development and the research that is coming out of NC State with new technology in everything we do matters a lot to the company.
When you see the future for Seppi Engineering and for reconstructing innovation, what does that look like to you in the future?
Well, we're looking to grow. We're very excited about growth. Growth creates opportunities and challenges for me and for my staff that keeps us always excited. So future, I'm very focused on finding great opportunities to grow the company, not only by the number of employees and client base, but to grow each individual. We have a very big emphasis in culture of our company, in developing our existing talent. How can we best help them grow as individuals to become more beneficial to the community, to the society, and to themselves? So we're very excited about the future.
Seppi, thank you for joining us on North Carolina Now, and much continued success to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.